There we are. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Cullen's Corner Hot Topics. It's your girl Paulette, and I've got the crew with me tonight. Y'all, going ahead and start liking, commenting, and sharing this particular broadcast. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about in the brownstone this evening. So get your thinking caps on, bring everybody in with you. We're going to go ahead and get started. I've introduced myself. Let's go around and introduce all of our panelists tonight.
Yes, my name is Cullen from Cullen's Corner. Love everybody. Everybody, keep listening, keep giving us some support. We got a lot of things down the pipe. And we have a lot of things that we want you guys to be a part of. So get ready.
All right.
What's up, everybody? It's Carlo Collins, and I am so excited about today's show. It's going to be fun. So hang on tight, have fun with us, and just enjoy the ride.
Oh, yes.
Hello, everybody. My name is Marshaun Olaniyan. I'm a shift relationship strategist, and thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for having me tonight.
Of course. So guys, I think we should let Marshaun know we cut up a little bit.
Yeah. We cut up a little bit.
Yeah.
Get ready.
Awesome. So you guys go ahead and share, like, comment. We're going to turn on our comments so that we can see those around the board. So come on in and let us know. Guys, we're currently live on 6 different platforms as we speak. Go ahead and let other folks know. We got some hot topics this evening. And the first thing that we're going to be talking about is, of course, what's happening in the news. And the biggest thing that's happening in the news right now is gun control. Mm-hmm. And so, DeCarlo, you're going to provide us with more information about what's happening with legislation and all that other stuff. What's going on with Matthew McConaughey? What's he got to say about all
this? So the big thing that's going on, the other day, Matthew McConaughey paid a visit to the White House with President Joe Biden. And after the meeting, he came to the press room with everybody from ABC News, NBC News, you name it, and talked about what he felt. And some of the comments that he ranged from was the fact that we do need gun control. We need better background checks. We need to set standards and get away from the Second Amendment. Now, the thing that I was stressing about with Matthew McConaughey is he is a very diehard Republican. And when someone of this nature, even though he is a big-time superstar, but with someone of this nature saying something like this is a big ordeal. This is showing that it is time for us as Americans to wake up and figure out what's going on. What can we do different? We know as anything, Republicans are standing very firm on these type of issues when it comes to gun control, gun laws, and the Second Amendment. So I think it's a good thing. Tell me what y'all think.
Hey, we definitely need gun control. Obviously, they want to politicize it. And that's what's been the problem for the last how many years, right? So we have all these different mass shootings. We've had 20 mass shootings since last weekend.
Yes. One today.
Yeah. I mean, enough is enough. So what we need to do is again, we're going to keep preaching this until the midterms, until the next election. You guys got to, your vote does count. You guys got to get out there. And this is how you set it up. You put people in there that's going to listen to you, that's going to do what you want, not what they want. That's going to pad their pockets. Because in the end, we're trying to protect ourselves and our families. And more guns and schools is not going to do it. More guns and I'm all about protecting Second Amendment rights and everything, but I think they're taking it a little bit to the extreme. So I don't know.
Now, one of the things that we do know is that Matthew McConaughey is actually from Uvalde. Did you guys know that?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Yes. That's his hometown.
He is born and raised from Uvalde. That's his hometown.
Yep.
And that is a big ordeal because people forget that Texas is a huge red state. And they are very, very big on gun laws. They are huge. They're one of the first states in the United States that does not require you to have a concealed carry license. to carry a gun. So you can open carry in the state of Texas.
Yep. Yep. Hell, you can open carry right here in Georgia, and if you can, I'm surprised because, honey, wherever I go, there's somebody with a gun on their hip at the local Walmart. But yeah, so I just found a piece of his speech, and he actually spoke for 20 minutes after speaking with President Joe Biden. So here's one of the things that he and his wife did. His wife Cullen and he literally went on the ground and spent time with the families of the victims. That was the first thing that we did. And they've been on the ground ever since, which I think is pretty good for them. So he says, while we honor and acknowledge the victims, we need to recognize that this time it seems that something is different. There is a sense that perhaps there is a viable path forward. Responsible parties in this debate seem to at least be committed to sitting down and having a real conversation about a new and improved road forward, a path that can bring them closer together and make things safer for the country. And so with that, I understand that just recently the Senate and the House and Congress all got together, and here we are a couple of days later where they passed a bill where you have to be you can't be 18 years old anymore to buy an assault rifle. Now, I don't know if these young people are literally going to gun stores and picking up assault rifles. I don't know where they're getting them from. I don't know what that looks like. I'm not sure. Not really clear. But is 18 too young? But we're asking folks to go and give their lives in other countries when we're joining the military and so forth. And also, how do you guys feel about the fact that they're asking people to go into their 21, 22 or whatever? I kind of feel like that's still too young because you ain't got your head on straight yet, okay? But at the same token, it's the same age that you're able to go and buy a drink or buy a pack of cigarettes. So when we're talking about doing physical harm to yourself, not physical harm, but we're talking about smoking, we're talking about drinking, but then there's also shooting, right? So what are some of the things that you guys can see before we dive into the topic? What are some things that you guys think can be done differently?
I think it's more of the we got to look at the backgrounds. Are we really doing a great job of doing complete backgrounds on the person? And you can't really tell at 18. You know what I'm saying? Right. You really also can't really tell at 21. But you got to look at the facts. Are we putting in enough things in place to make it very, very tough to buy an AR-15?
Right.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm one of those believers in, the Second Amendment. I do believe that you have the right to bear arms, but does it have to be an assault rifle? That's one of the big things that I would question. Why does it have to be something that's a military type grade weapon that you have to have in your home? I can see a shotgun, I can see a handgun, but an AR-15. What do you need that for? You can't shoot deer with it, not in the South.
Right.
So,
absolutely. And here's something else that I understand. Someone actually testified about what damage is done using an assault rifle. When this young man was busy shooting these children, unfortunately, God, I hate to even say that, but this assault rifle, this AR-15, when it hits you, you're unrecognizable, right? Like it's going to tear you literally apart. And so, unfortunately, these poor children, wherever they may have been inflicted, were probably unrecognizable to their families, probably had massive pieces of themselves missing. And that really wears me out to no end. I want to know, how do you get a hold of an AR-15? Is it as easy as just going to a gun store and just picking up one? Shouldn't that thing be put away somewhere?
It's as easy as going to a gun store, ordering online. You can go to your local Walmart, pawn shops. A lot of places you can get it from.
Are you serious?
Yes. Atwoods, you
tell everybody.
Cullen, you're frozen.
Every black person.
Yeah, there you go. Yep. So I don't completely understand how we're able to get these guns in these young people's hands. And here's another question. Can I go here? Maybe I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm still talking. Oh my goodness. Cullen, you're frozen. Okay. So where my concern is how in the world are we able to continue to have gun stores who are not being held accountable for selling these items? Am I too far off?
Probably so. I would say that because you can't really control what a person says as long as it's legal. But do we really need them? It's the big question. You have police
Yeah.
officers that carry around Glocks. You know, they don't
Yeah.
carry around a whole weapons like that. So
Wow.
that's a good question that we will never really have a true answer to.
Well, I hope that we get it together. Marshaun, do you have any thoughts on that or any feedback? Because I know
Well,
you like, ooh, child.
Yeah, that's a lot. But you know, as far as what can be done, I'm with DeCarlo, which is just having more stricter background checks, not allowing them to take it right in that moment,
Yeah.
making it harder for the person to do mass shootings, even though yes, they can wait all of the time that it takes and then go do it. Yes, but maybe their mindset will change in the time frame in that period. But then also, as DeCarlo just mentioned, do we need these anyway? Like that really is the biggest question. As civilians,
Right.
do we need these AR-15s on our streets? I believe not. I believe not.
Yep.
So literally just taking them off the street completely, because I was having this conversation with one of my coworkers, and basically he just mentioned, like, what are they made for? These are made to kill. That's what they're made to do, right?
Yes.
They're made to take a lot of people out at one time. And so why do we need civilians to have access to these particular guns?
Yep.
Like,
I agree.
just like DeCarlo said, the shotgun, the Glock, whatever. Okay, fine.
Right.
I personally grew up with guns in the household. My parents were hunters, so no, they were not AR-15s, but I also didn't go into the cabinet, take it to school and shoot up, So there is something to be said about the person's mindset and just them being able to have access to this thing so free, so willingly, if you will. So
absolutely.
Stricter gun laws and or specifically for the AR-15s, getting rid of those altogether for civilians. Don't need them.
That's right. We don't. I don't see a point for it. But then also there was a shooting today, and we're just waiting for Cullen to pop back on. But yeah, so for the shooting today, unfortunately, there was one today. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it up, and it's kind of disappointing. You would think that people would be exhausted and tired from these shootings themselves. So I'm going to go ahead, and I thought I had it pulled up, y'all, so forgive me. I believe it was in Massachusetts, if I'm not mistaken. We're just waiting for Cullen to return, and in between that time, I just wanted to hang on. Mass shooting. I think it was you guys, and I think 3 people died. You got it?
Okay. Yes. So authorities said at least 3 people were killed, 3 others injured, including the suspected shooter and a Maryland state trooper in a mass shooting at a manufacturing plant in north of Smithsburg, Maryland. Excuse me. Yeah, I think we're getting to the point that it should be enough. What are we? And then I know people will come in. Some people will come in and say, "Well, what about the neighborhoods, the Black neighborhoods, or anything like that?" It's always somebody, and I know I'm going to throw this way off course. There's always somebody that wants to contradict it on the other side of the fence to turn it into a political and racial situation. That gets on my nerves, and I do not care who is saying or disagree with me. It's not about that. We need to get the guns out of Chicago, Little Rock, Arkansas, Atlanta, Georgia, you name it. We need to get them off the streets, period.
Yeah.
But when the fabric of America, which is your church, your grocery store, your movie theater, going to Las Vegas to a concert and trying to enjoy a good regular concert, going to a school, any place that you feel deemed safe is not safe anymore. You're having to have all your peripheral vision in place so you can see what's going on, and that's not good.
No, it's not. It's not. And I think to your point, DeCarlo, what's really unfortunate is the fact that we have so many people that are impacted, like you said, from doing day-to-day activities. Like I have a bunch of activities where I am going to be hanging out this weekend, shooting content and doing all kinds of other stuff. I'm concerned because I understand that there was another one in Philadelphia. Did y'all hear about that one? So this goes on and on, and this was today. They picked up the two gentlemen or young men. They were young men too, y'all. But they picked them up at their, I guess, their home or whatever, and drug them in. So this gun violence is absolutely ridiculous. I literally have no words at this point, and we can continue to talk about this. But what I would like for us to do is to continue to follow up with this. Maybe come back and have some folks on here who are going to be able to provide us with additional information about what's happening with legislation, what gun control laws are. I know that we have an attorney, James Cook, who's probably going to be joining us in regards to that and some other things. So I definitely want you guys to stay locked in so that we can stay on top of that and share our views, because there's so much that's riding on this. And then from a political perspective, there's so much that's riding on it as well. It shouldn't be. It should absolutely be about the lives of people, not just American citizens, but the lives of people. That should be the most important thing. And unfortunately, y'all going back and forth across the table like we playing ping pong. These are people's lives. So
That's right.
I'm gonna be quiet because I could go. I know, but it's just the truth. This is where we take our quick break per Cullen, and we say you are currently listening to Cullen's Corner Hot Topics, and you are listening to your girl Paulette. We have DeCarlo Collins, Marshaun Olaniyan, who is joining us this evening as our special shift relationship strategist and expert, and we have Cullen, who will be rejoining us after he gets rebooted. So what we're going to do right now is we're definitely going to be talking about my Juneteenth t-shirt. This is how we pay the bills, y'all. Okay, so I want to show off my Juneteenth t-shirt. Hey. All right, so all you have to do in order to get your Juneteenth t-shirt is go to mybrownstonerliving.com, and that was just a quick segue so that we could get Cullen back on, but I'm going to go ahead and share this so we can get this out of the way. I'm going to show it on the screen. This is the Juneteenth t-shirt. Oh, come on, Paulette. There we go. And this is available currently at mybrownstonerliving.com. You want 10% off this particular t-shirt? All you have to do is choose One Nation during checkout. And guys, this is actually available using Klarna. We actually have Klarna that's available. So if you want your Juneteenth t-shirt like me and Cullen have on right now, all you have to do is head over to mybrownstonerliving.com. What this does is this helps us to keep the lights on at the Brownstone. KCCR Radio, the Brownstone Center is exactly what I am talking about. That was our first break. Cullen has returned to the fold, and I am going to reduce that back down so we can see all the lovely people in the room. Oh, Lord. See, it just wanted to come back and show some love. All right, just a little love.
We need.
Yes.
Jesus.
Hey, Tina. Hey, girl. How you doing? See, she even put it in the chat for y'all. Isn't that nice? So Tina Renee Sam says, we're going to show what she said. We're going to show her some love.
Hey,
Big
Tina.
shout out to Miss Tina. Okay. She's showing us some love over there. It won't show her comment. Why y'all playing? What's happening?
There it is.
Okay. All right. There we go. Okay. So up next, what's our next topic, y'all? Lori Harvey.
Yes.
I don't know.
So,
Marshaun, you ready, girl?
Over the weekend, ladies and gentlemen, the rumor came out, and the news is true that Lori Harvey and the great and talented Michael B. Jordan has split up after 1 year dating. Sources and the rumors that's going around that's spreading about it is that they were going on two different paths and decided that it may have been best for them to go their separate ways. So, and what those separate ways were, she's a young girl who's 25 years old. He is 35. He is ready to settle down. And guess what? She is still in her hot girl summer mode. And she said, never mind. She doesn't want to do that. So, all to the people out there that's listening to the show, what do you think about it? Give us your opinion as we talk about it. And it segues into our topic that Cullen posted earlier this week about monogamy. Does it still exist? You know, is monogamy the way to go? Or does non-monogamous relationships, is that a thing right now? And for anybody that knows us three, we had a huge conversation about this the other night, and it was funny. So let's get into it.
Absolutely. You know what? Let's start with Marshaun, because you're the relationship expert. I don't want to say nothing, honey. Listen. Okay, so we just go her. Hey, girl, what are your thoughts on this breakup?
You know, I think that people get together, and when we don't have our real conversations in the beginning, the conversations about our intentions, what we want, right? Then things like this occur. So hopefully, more people will learn from the situation like this, which is, again, to really cover the thing that you want. So no matter which side of the spectrum that you're on, whether they're together, you think they should be together, he does this or didn't do, she did that, didn't do, whatever, hot girl moment, whatever team that she's on in this area, right? She does have a choice, right, to say, I don't want this, whether he wants it or not. And they both have the opportunity, but also the choice to say that they don't want. And actually, I think it's a beautiful thing that she didn't stretch it out. Now, I don't know how long, because I'm not all in their business like that, but because they are such a hot couple and everybody wanted, well, a lot of people wanted them to stay together. And literally there's no shade, but there's a meme going around that she's been with a lot of celebrities. Now, I don't know how, you know, whether sex and all that was involved, but she has a right to be with whom she wants to be with at the time that she wants to be with them. And if she doesn't want to commit, you can't be mad at her for not wanting to commit. Also, on top of that, there's the 10-year age difference. She is, I'll just say, she's still young and prime. That's what I'll say. She's still young and prime. She's still out there. She's ready to mingle with Steve Harvey being her dad. She's been accustomed to being around all of these celebrities. She's a beautiful girl. So just because you're this celebrity, Michael B. Jordan, to come to her, present yourself, you're doing all this stuff, she's accustomed to the lifestyle already. So you're not impressing her. And again, I don't know a lot about the relationship. All I'm saying is she and he both have a choice to say, I want to stay together or not. And we as the public, I really shouldn't be bashing her, or because we don't know the full story. None of us know the full story because none of us are in the relationship. We only see what they wanted us to see anyway.
That's right.
See, so it doesn't matter how many men, how many celebrities that she was in a relationship with, and the internet so shady anyway, but that's beside the point. It really doesn't matter how many men that she's been in a relationship with. The biggest thing about this is that she's in the public eye.
Right.
Because I've been in a lot of relationships myself, but y'all don't know that, because it's not all plastered out around there, and my men were not celebrities, right? So because we have the public eye on her, that's why we're able to have an opinion about her life or her choices. But at the end of the day, it really is up to her. And then my final thoughts are to say that whomever ended it, because they're saying it's mutual, but it's usually one person that came to the table first.
Right.
But they're being mature about it and saying that they're coming together to say it's not working out. I actually applaud them, because there's no sense in stretching this thing out and then resentment is starting to build up, or they're just starting to be really nasty and mean toward one another, and or they decide to go down this road and then we go with the statistic 3 years, 5 years, 10 years later, I should have never married this person anyway. So those are my thoughts about their relationship, the little bit that I do know about it, but just in general, hey, we don't really know the story because we're on the outside looking in.
That is true. I might need to be quiet there because I got so much I could say. Let me just say this. So let me put this in perspective. 100% agree with everything that you said, Marshaun, because she's a young woman. She doesn't owe anything to anybody. I always tell people this: you are single until you are married. Hello, you don't owe nobody anything. That's
right.
first and foremost. Being committed to anybody, making sure that somebody is eating and making sure that somebody is getting their clothes. Let me say this: you are absolutely correct. She's used to that lifestyle. Now I've heard it all. And I was reading some of the comments. Oh, and I'm going to be honest. I did post something myself on DeCarlo's page day before yesterday, and I said, oh, she's being groomed for that, but she is. So if your stepdad is Steve Harvey, your mama made sure that all her children got that last name. You
Yeah.
don't, and then we already know the story behind Marjorie and how she was going for the highest bidder. She got what she wanted, correct? I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. First of all, we grown, we're gonna do what we want to do. But at the end of the day, as you stated, she is accustomed to the lifestyle. Matter of fact, I don't know what that young man is worth. Okay. But I know Steve Harvey is pretty up there. And I know that she has her own resources and things that she's probably doing. So she's accustomed to it. She probably got her own money 9 times, 10 times out of 10. Nothing impresses her. Listen, she buying her own Louboutins, honey. She's taking herself on her own self cruises. She is buying her own roses. She is taking herself on her own trips. You hear me? If she want to go out and eat a Ruth Chris Steakhouse every night, and that's probably on the low end for her, she can do that. Okay. So we honestly don't know the whole story. And let's talk about this too. We don't know the behaviors of both of these individuals. What do we know about this young man over here? Okay. Was he a narcissist? Was he abusive? Was he still hanging out and doing what he wanted to do? We don't know. But what I do know is that they have been beating this young lady up all throughout Facebook and social media, talking about what she should have done, and that she was. Listen, can I keep it 100 with y'all? Y'all know I like to do that, right? Marshaun, you find out that's her stuff. She can put her stuff on anybody she wants to, or she can keep her stuff to herself and share it with her road. It is completely up to her. Okay. And it should absolutely stay that way. But to beat her up for making a decision, she saved him 9 times out of 10. She saved him from years of heartache and trying to get her to love him. And I ought to know better than anybody that does not work out. Okay. At the end of the day. Now, the one other thing that I've seen, and this is just a silly meme, is I've seen people say, she ain't the issue. We got Nick over here just dropping gems and seeds everywhere, right? And so since we want to talk about folks and how busy they are in their personal life with their own body parts, let's talk about that. But that's a whole different topic for another day.
Can we keep it real though?
Yeah.
Yep.
He ain't gonna get beat up like she is.
And that's the thing. Why are they beating her up? Because I don't. I know they're both in the limelight. Is it because she's a black woman that they're beating her up? Because I don't understand.
So let's talk about what Tina Renee Sam just posted, and I'm sharing it on the screen here. People mad because she doesn't believe in struggle love and not ride or die. Honey, we done rolled and we done died. We done came back, we done died. Okay. They beat her up in the beginning. She ain't out here having 8 babies everywhere. That part. Yes, it's the sexism for me. Exactly. And so Tina says also it's the sexism for her. Right. And so we have to really, really be careful with that. And so you're right, Marshaun. What exactly did you hear growing up? I'm going to tell you what I heard about men and women. My mother used to always say a man and woman can lay down at the same time and have fun together. But at the end of the day, when they get up and jump in the shower and put their clothes on, they'll keep calling him Mr. and they'll continue to call her a whore. Why are those differences made when it comes to yes? And Nakima Yvette says, leave that child be. So we are definitely I'm here for all the comments, y'all. I'm here for that. Leave her alone. Listen, she's 25. Can I keep it 100 with y'all? Even though I was a mother at 25, I was an absolute idiot.
So are people saying that she should stay with him just because he's Michael B. Jordan? Or
that's what I'm gathering.
I don't understand. I'm trying to understand this, because she can be with whoever she want to be with.
Exactly.
So I don't know why they're beating her up. First of all, it's none of our business. It's just because they're in the limelight doesn't mean we should have a say so in it. If she doesn't want to be with it.
Yep.
I don't see it as a right or wrong thing either way. You know, it's a mutual understanding. Maybe one wanted to get out before the other, but who cares? That's I don't understand.
But I think here's something else to think about too. Go ahead.
I said I don't really think it was really about that, because even when I looked at social media, I don't think they was necessarily bashing her. I think it was just more of a shock. But you know, the post that I posted the other day, Paulette, was saying, I think a lot of men have seen that before. You know, where they met someone that they probably wasn't trying to have a relationship with. It ended up turning into a relationship. And then all of a sudden, that man's feelings start going in the direction of, hey, I really love this woman. I really feel like I can be with this woman. But the woman on the other end wasn't feeling that way. And that's where it is. But I think a lot of men have seen that before. And I think it just triggered something. And that's what the conversation that I was bringing up, because I think a lot of men have seen that before. Just like vice versa. There's a lot of women that will date a man for love and everything like that, and they end up going in that path. The man doesn't feel like, hey, I'm not ready to get married, or I'm not ready to be in a committed relationship, and the woman done caught feelings, and now look what done happened. So I think it's just a role reversal that we're seeing it on the other end of the stick.
Right. I think for me personally, what they doing is their business. She's making the right choice for her, though. And let's just go into some of the comments. Nakima says, no, people are saying she is going to want him in a few years, but right now her taste has not matured. And here's what else she said. And this one is hilarious, y'all. I don't know if y'all can see this, because I have a couple that are coming through. Hang on. She also says, no, she won't future. Wow. I didn't even know that was a thing. And then Tina Renee says, I'm going to go ahead and load hers now. Hang on. They have been bashing who she's been with since the beginning of her relationship. Yeah. But that's her business, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
She dated the daddy and the son. Y'all forget about that. She has dated the dad. She dated that. So she done dated. Not only did she date Puff Daddy's son, which was a former UCLA wide receiver who went to school for a couple of years. I forgot his name, but then she went out on dates with the daddy, Puff. Yeah. So she done had some fun.
Okay, so wait. So we have some more comments that are coming in, y'all. Y'all ready for this? I'm gonna just Ooh, this is strong.
Wow.
Okay. Wait. So then Tina comes back and she says, but those men knew that.
Okay.
So I mean, it's not, like I said, it's none of my business. And again, she can do whatever she wants to with her little body parts. Okay. Or maybe she just went out to dinner. Maybe she went and had, scrimp and lobster. I mean, we don't know. True. Yeah. And let's also put this out there. Tina also says women have a right to have fun. Men do too. Men do it, and they do. No question when y'all out here thinking it.
But even though as a man I am right now, I'm in the gray area. I'm not finna date the mama and the daughter. Forget that. That is trifling.
That's you and your morals.
Yeah.
Honey, she is out for the
mama and the daughter.
She is there to have fun. She's living her best life.
I guess.
Can we actually talk about the 10-year age difference, though? The 10-year age gap. Because I think it has a lot to do with her wanting to settle down again. So she's accustomed to to a certain lifestyle, right? It doesn't sound like she has any children. I don't know her again. I don't know, but it doesn't sound like she has any obligations. She's just out there having fun with all of these people that have names, people that have money. She's accustomed to, again, a certain lifestyle. So I don't have to be ready to settle down just because he's Michael B. Jordan. That's not what I want to do.
Ooh, yes, please say that.
Because I've
Yes.
also, you just named a couple, NFL, P. Diddy, the daddy. So I can have whomever I want because she's pretty, she's gorgeous, got a nice little figure on her, and y'all want the eye candy. So she's just living up to what men want. She's living up to what you guys want. You want the eye candy, and then when it's time to settle down, and now she's saying, I don't want to settle down. Y'all mad she don't want to settle down. She don't want to settle down.
Make up your mind. Right.
She's 55. So again, whoever brought the conversation to the table to cut ties, good.
Yep. Okay. And you know what? I'm gonna also say this, and I know Cullen is like, y'all, it's time to move on. But listen, so we have some fire comments coming up, y'all. Listen, she at the age where she can have the son and hey, I felt that in my spirit. Come on now. Listen, I have to say this. Honestly, at the end of the day, this young lady is living her best freaking life. She don't owe nobody nothing. And like I always tell my daughters, you are single until you are married. Period. With a T. Okay? That means you don't owe nobody nothing until they put a ring on your daggone finger and y'all have an understanding of what your marriage and your partnership is going to be long term. She don't owe nobody nothing at the end of the day. Period. So that's all I have. Period. And Tina says, period. When you pick these young ones, they aren't going to be granny. At this age, I wish someone had told me what I know now.
Hey, I got a comment. That came in real quick.
Okay.
Real quick, I had a comment that came in, and it's from Isaac Lambert. So, what's up, Isaac? He said maybe she's still kicking it with 25 years and young. So, I maybe she want to, there's everybody has their preference.
Yeah.
Each four of us have our preference of what type of woman or what type of man we're looking for. Whether if he's an old man sugar daddy or you want you a young tender for the women, or as men, we want either somebody that's going to make some biscuits from scratch, or they're going to sit here and pop some biscuits. It's either way.
Yeah.
Either way.
They want somebody to make biscuits and some high heels. That's what it is.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, that's it.
It's a family show. What you saying?
It's a family show.
Girl, ain't no family on here. Ain't no kids on here. All us in here is most of the people that's watching this show right now is about 3 years away from their AARP card. So,
just 3 years? My goodness.
Oh, y'all, we gotta move on. Y'all get these frozen. Wait, let me see. So Nikema said, y'all with these frozen biscuits. Listen, I am sick, y'all. I can't. So listen, with that, we're going to move on and we're going to take our next break. You are currently, she got hers. Okay. And so Tina ends with, we're going to end with that. She says she got hers. I got mine. So listen, y'all, you are currently watching and listening to KTTR Radio, the Brownstone Center, and also Cullen's Corner. We got the Corner family in the building. It's your girl Paulette. We got DeCarlo Collins. Cullen, of course, himself, and y'all, for years, when we were just regular radio, people thought that Cullen was just the name of the show, right? Remember that, Cullen? And then we went on that cruise and people met you for real. And they were like, oh my God, he's real. Oh my God, he's real. It's so funny. And we have our special guest relationship strategist, Marshaun Olaniyan, in the building. And if we can take a few moments, Marshaun, I definitely want you guys, I want you to tell everybody who you are, what you do, and let's talk about your that link that you sent us. So I'm going to go ahead and put your information up.
Okay, perfect. So I'm Marshaun Olaniyan. I am a shift relationship strategist. I help Black Christian women that are married on long-term relationships to stop feeling disconnected and unloved and shift you to feeling heard, understood, and appreciated by yourself first, and then by your significant other. So yes, my website is marshauno.com. So check me out there.
All right. And Miss Marshaun, I'm going to put this up as well so that people can get it. bit.ly rescue my relationship. That is bit.ly/rescue my relationship. We're going to do this again towards the end of the show. So you guys can go ahead and take that survey and find out where you are. And we're so happy to have you here with us. You have no idea. It is so much fun to have another sister in the room. They be wearing me out. Okay?
Well, thank you for having me, everybody.
Yes, I'm happy to be here. Yes. All right. So the last topic for the evening, Cullen, I'm gonna let you have it.
I'm telling you. So the topic that a lot of people want to talk about is monogamy. So the question is, are non-monogamous relationships the way to go? Is monogamy played out? So we have a lot of different comments on it. People want to know what you think about it. Ladies, I want to know what you think about monogamy and is it played out? Is it something? Is it a natural thing that we should be doing, or should polygamy or non-monogamous relationships be the thing of the future?
Let's show this video first, y'all. I think it's important so we can tie this all in.
Definitely.
Y'all ready for this?
It's that you're choosing consciously to commit to a monogamous relationship, and then you're breaching that trust.
You want to hear a dirty little secret?
Mm-hmm.
No, you decided to be in a relationship with that guy monogamously.
Mm-hmm.
Men and women are not the same. If you leave a man to his own devices, our strategy, spread our seed far and wide. Your strategy, meet the best guy, consolidate on him. Here's the problem. You're looking at it through a female lens. Like, monogamy, yeah. But for guys, monogamy is not what they want. A man's strategy is have as many chicks as he can, spread the seed far and wide. A woman is, let me get the best guy and consolidate on that man to get security for not just me, but my children.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this. The thing
I had to pull up the wait a minute.
I would say a young guy would think that he's ready to see why, whatever he was talking about. A young guy would think that. An older guy, not so much. At least that's my opinion. I don't know about the things he's talking about. I think a lot of the ladies have an opinion on what he's saying, so I would love to hear.
Can I get some clarification before I dive in, which is, did he actually mean, Cullen, do you mean a young and immature man, or a young and mature man who wants to spread the seed far and wide?
It could be both.
It could be both. Okay.
It could be both.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
Ooh.
I could be young. When I was young, I was mature. I wasn't ready to settle down. So, there's a lot of men out there. When a man is ready, the man is ready.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how old he is. If he's ready, if he's ready to settle down, and if he sees that woman that he wants to be with, he's going to be with her.
Okay, so spreading the seed, and from what he's talking about, is literally just having sex, not necessarily procreating. Yes.
Correct.
Perfect. Okay.
Ooh, I love that.
So let's put some of our comments up. No. I want to put some of our comments up. First of all, Nakima says it's not for the weak. Okay. Tina says, hang on, because I love this one here. Y'all, your comments, keep them coming. Absolutely. Tina says, I work with a lot of polyamorous people. They have the same issues as monogamous. I'm open. This isn't for me. And I'm going to also say, for me, I ain't with the stuff. Okay. I'm trying to be nice. I ain't with it. And I'll say this. I know of several people personally who literally had and have are in monogamous, or polyamorous situations right now. And I think that one person always loses, right? So the couples that I know, and are they triples or quadruples? Because I know of some folks, there were like 4 people and they were quote unquote married. Okay, so it was 2 guys and 2 girls, and they all kind of commune together, right? And say they all share their bed and stuff together. I can't even. No, that's too much happening. Too many body fluids and stuff happening. I can't with it. But now, I think being in that kind of relationship, y'all might as well just be, be roommates. I personally think. For me personally, it is an absolute no. I ain't going. It's not happening. I don't find it to be fun to have to compete for my husband's attention if I had a husband. And so I think that a lot of this is just people trying to have fun. And after a while, you get tired. I would be absolutely exhausted trying to keep up with that many people. I don't care if it's one extra person in the relationship or if it's two extra people or three extra people, because I know people are doing it. So let's talk about some of the comments that we're getting in. Clarence Sammy said, y'all, I got to read this because Clarence ain't got good sense. He's always watching the show and he has the silly comments. But listen, let's talk about what Clarence had to say. He says, ooh, I have a hard enough time remembering one anniversary. I don't want to remember more. Plus, I only need one to make me a sandwich.
What was the last part? You need one to do what?
He said, plus, I only need one to make me a sandwich. That part. He's stupid. Cullen, it's not natural. Instead of subscribing to something such as monogamy and then questioning why someone cheats, I've accepted that monogamy is a learned trait against our nature. That was a man that said that. Yeah. Teresa Robinson says, if being with more than one person works for others, I can't judge them. For me, based on religious beliefs, I chose marriage and therefore live a Bible-based marriage. Plus, my personality and emotions would not allow me to be with more than one person or accept my person being in other relationships. That part. I can't even see that. Yeah, I can't. I can't. Tina says, right, I know a 50-year-old lying and having fresh babies. Not fresh.
Right.
Fresh? At 50?
Not new babies, fresh ones.
They coming out the oven just like them biscuits, huh? So,
and here's another thing. Many of us are in poly relationships with deceit. I can appreciate them being honest. See, that's the part that I can appreciate within a polyamorous situation is at least everybody knows. Now, if you stepping out on both of us or all three of us, now we got a problem, and we gonna have you seek some additional support or help because that's a whole no for me. Absolutely not.
Well, so, I'm with what Tina actually said, which is that she deals with a lot of polyamorous couples and they have the same issues as monogamous people or people that are in monogamous relationships. And I actually worked with one lady who's in a polyamorous relationship, and she's right. Tina's exactly right. She's coming to me literally with the same issues, the same attention, the same, non-communication or just not opening up. It's all the same stuff. So I say to each his own, but my own opinion is monogamy dead versus polyamory? I don't think that it's dead. I think that more people are openly talking about it because I think that it's always been around. Secret. I think it's always been around because it's frowned upon with the religious beliefs, etc. Right? But now more and more people are just being open with a lot of different things, and we're more accepting. And so now we're talking about these things more out in the open, but they've been around for a while. So I don't think that monogamy is dead. I think it's just who you are in this moment, because just because you say yes to a polyamorous relationship today or monogamous one, you have the right and the choice to change your mind later on. Is it for me? Nah, it ain't for me because there's too much going on. And so go back to Laura Harvey just for a moment. Just that's too many people entering into me.
That part. Yes.
People entering into me. So men are there, right? Y'all wash y'all stuff off, but I got all of this stuck up in me. That's yes. And then I got all these soul ties with all of these.
Lord.
Come on now.
With all these men, right? So no, it's a lot. I got a lot going on up here already. I don't need the extra, like the gentleman just commented about the about the anniversaries. It's just too much. And then add children into it again. Some people can handle it, most people cannot. And Paul, like you said it earlier, somebody is always on the losing end of the stick.
That's right.
Always. Not sometimes, always somebody in a polyamorous relationship is always on the losing end of the stick. So yes, I applaud them for being open and honest, but at some point, that jealousy is still going to come in because we want that. We want it with you. We want it with you.
Yes,
We might like the aspects of everybody helping out with the children, like the whole community. It takes a village, that portion of it for the women. But when it comes still time with trying to be with your man, all y'all man, and he's sleeping over here, and you jealous that he's over here, and you want to be with him.
I'm tired already listening. It's too much. It's too much. So listen, Pamela Scott says people lie so much these days because of infidelity. I can almost understand why someone would just settle into a poly relationship. Did you hear that? Settle. Okay. And then with some people, it may be about protecting the heart while knowing what to expect. They just start to accept reality. I'm team monogamous though. Kendall Renee says, I often wonder if my ego would take sharing, but I haven't tried it. I still believe in monogamy. Nakima has, y'all cutting up today. Listen. So Tina says, this is a hot one, Cullen. You can't keep doing this, man. Tina says, we lose in those single ones too. She's teasing, #teasing. Let's put up Nakima's because she went in. Through the years, 76.3% of the population has made it easy to have multiple partners. Women are campaigning to be an option, side piece, sneak link, second choice, just to say they have one. Come on. Men are wanting to feel needed and important in any relationship. So whichever person gives, feeds this need gets the win.
Wow.
I never thought about it like that.
That's deep right there.
There's a whole bunch of yes in there. It's a whole bunch of I agree in there.
I 100% agree with that. A.H. Hilton said, I put monogamy aside 8 years ago and I'm never going back. Polyamorous and proud.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, honey, them too many soul ties for me. And there's only so much room in a queen or a king size bed. We can't be rolling on top of each other. I mean, how does that work? I got questions.
Here's the real. Let's put it in layman's terms. Think of a threesome. Somebody's not going to get the equal amount of strokks.
Oh my God!
Just really be honest. Somebody's not. Think of a threesome. Somebody's going to disappoint.
You're right. You're right.
You really got what, a 15 to 20 minute gap in between. You're gonna lose. Remember, it don't take that long. Somebody's gonna tap out and not gonna get the respect they deserve. Somebody tapping out. I will honest. Think of it from that nature.
Well, I will say to answer your question, Paulette, you said, do they all kind of be in the same bed? Well, the person that I actually coach, they all live in different houses. So the man travels. They're not all under the same roof.
Okay, so what this means to me.
It's not. Sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead. Because I had a humorous thought, but I'm gonna hold it. Go ahead.
No, I'm actually done. I'm actually done.
Oh, okay. So listen, let me tell y'all this. You know what this reminds me of? Hearing that they are living in different houses. And then I know somebody that had an apartment over here, and then she was in one apartment, he was in another, and then she was in another. You know what this sounds like? It's not so much about, I can lie to you and tell you that them kids across the street don't look like my husband all I want. Or we can all just sit down and have the truth. Listen,
wow.
I'm just saying, polygamy and polyamorous are different. So I'm saying, let's just keep it real. How many of us have family members or are a part of a family where daddy was doing what he wanted to do anyway? Mama knew, you just didn't bring that woman around. Now, you might get the kids that could come over every once in a while, and you thought them was your cousins or the friends down the street. Them was your siblings. Not those. Them was your siblings. So think about that.
That was in an era where that happened. But that was also during a time where a man that was working like a yard or something like that, it was easy for him to take care of two homes. Can't do that now, period. Number one.
Wait a minute, pause. Hold up. Wait.
You can't do, in these, like in the small towns that I live in, you hear stories of this now. And that's the most craziest thing in the world that you would think about. You thinking that grandpa over here oh man, he's awesome. He up here taking you fishing and all this stuff. And on the other end, he taking another child just like you fishing. That's crazy. And it happened during that era.
Yeah.
Today, we got too much social media. Back in the 90s, it was Star 69. And now, I'm finna tell your phone, you got call ID, and that was the prequel to the end. You know, and now you got cell phones with trackers. Can't do that no more.
And cameras. Let's talk about that. Okay.
And cameras.
They're everywhere.
Yep. We're gonna end with this, and then Marshaun, I want you to definitely come back and tell us again where we can find you. So Tina says, that's what I'm saying, Paulette. We are talking about soul ties, but they are like twist ties if you are single. Ooh.
Wow.
I changed my mind. I need 5 of them. Wait a minute.
Yes, I changed my mind. I need 5. I got 5 on it. I'm sorry. Okay. You are listening to KCCR Radio, the Brownstone Center, and Cullen's Corner, Hot Topic. We are here tonight talking about monogamy and Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan. We've also covered Matthew McConaughey representing his hometown of Uvalde, Texas, on today's call. But I definitely wanted to, first of all, thank Marshaun for coming on to join us today. Yeah. We are so appreciative for your presence. Is there anything that you want to leave anybody with, our team, our team itself? Hopefully you'll come back and join us and share with us exactly where we can find you. Once again, I'm going to go ahead and put your information up and tell us what you do.
Sure. I'm Marshaun Olaniyan. I'm a shift relationship strategist where I help Black Christian women that are married or in long-term relationships to stop feeling disconnected and unloved and shift you to feeling heard, understood, and appreciated. You can take my quiz. So the link is bit.ly/rescue my relationship. That is where you can find out where you are at on the spectrum of your relationship. Is your relationship extraordinary? Is your relationship a disaster, or somewhere else in between? And you get that information sent to your email address. And then, yes, so if you need some help, go to marshauno.com and sign up for a coaching conversation if you want to have a conversation off of here to really take a deep dive to see how we can help you to really start loving yourself as well as show up better in your relationships and in your marriages, because they are really important, because one of my missions is to decrease the divorce rate while simultaneously increasing the marriage rate, one couple at a time.
Love it.
Beautiful.
Love it. And once again, we want to definitely, we're going to leave your information up, and let's talk briefly. We got some more topics. Wait a minute, who's commenting? We got folks still talking. Y'all, this was hot tonight. Listen. Marshaun was awesome. Let's go ahead and let's put that up, because we definitely want you to see the comments. Marshaun was awesome, and the corner was also. So thank you,
Tina. Love you.
Appreciate you so much. You guys, let's go around and let's discuss what's happening in the Brownstone. Who wants to start?
I'll start. I think we have a show next week. We are for Juneteenth Day. So please check us out next Thursday. Mm-hmm. Have some good topics for you. I do have a letter that's kind of off this topic, so it's going to be hot. So I'm going to post it tonight. So you guys going to have to read it and comment on it. It's crazy, y'all. So Marshaun, I really appreciate you. Love that. Please come back. We would love to have you back on the show, and it was great to have you here tonight.
Thank you.
Awesome. Hey, Carlo.
Well, first, before Marshaun, thank you so much. Awesome, amazing. Looking forward to more stuff with you. Don't forget, Ear Hustling is dropping tonight, show, so make sure you check it out on KCCR Radio's demand app, as well as Spotify, Spreaker.com, and I'll link and everything up to at midnight tonight. Also, like I said, next week's show dedicated to Juneteenth 2022, and we got more stuff coming. Get about tea time tomorrow night, 8:00 p.m. with Nakima Yvette. It's a great show. I hope everybody get a chance to check that out. And over the weekend, don't forget about in the hall, as well as the Sunday brunch with I know she'll tell you that in a minute. And then we got more stuff coming with KCCR Radio. So y'all keep locking in. Tell your friends to like our pages, the Brownstone Media, the Brownstone Center, Ear Hustling Radio, Cullen's Corner. Like all of our pages and look for all the information that you need that's dedicated to the Brownstone. Because we so many things coming soon. So keep posted. And then next Wednesday, also, Front Porch Talk is going to be with me as I give you updates on KCCR Radio. And then I will have my own little topic going to be dedicated to the summer. That's my theme for the whole entire summer. That's away from the podcast. So look out for next Wednesday, 8 o'clock.
Awesome. And I'm going to round it out, you guys. It is your girl, Paulette. I am the host of the syndicated radio show, The Sunday Brunch, which airs on KCCR Radio on Sundays at 11 a.m. And it repeats at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for both of those. The topics are always about helping you to rise and shine for your life. We also go live afterwards, and we literally do a video show where we do what's called What's for Brunch. And then Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I go live and we do the day shift during the day. It's random whenever I go on. However, those shows are actually tagged directly to KCCR Radio, the Brownstone Center. Again, you can go ahead and download the app and listen in wherever you are. You can also head over to mybrownstonerliving.com and check out more about how you can become a sponsor to any one of the shows and also advertise with us. So those are some of the things you can certainly start looking for. It says advertise. You can't miss it. Okay. Also, don't forget, you can go there and register for the Brownstone Living newsletter. Okay. I'm going to be placing the link here in the chat at mybrownstonerliving.com. Go ahead and get yours. And then also I'm going to be sharing the link on all of our pages. So you can definitely check that out as well, because our June newsletter has already hit the, I guess, the virtual airwaves or the stores. Okay, so definitely check that out. Again, our Juneteenth t-shirt is available, and that helps us to keep the lights on and to pay some bills, y'all. So go ahead and show us some love. This is currently available. Cullen has on one. I have on one. My son wore a shirt today, y'all, and he's wearing his. I'm super excited. And so with that, I am really excited and happy that you guys came here to hang out with us. But let me also say this. We'll be back next week. Marshaun, whenever you are ready, we need to talk, honey, because you are fabulous. Okay.
Yes.
We need to bring you back. We need to bring you back.
Yes.
And we need to just go ahead and just let you just get you a mic and just rock out whenever you get ready. Okay. Oh, y'all, I forgot to tell you. KJ in the Hall. We also have Urban Minimalist, which actually just went off the air on KCCR Radio. And we also have a new air personality that just joined the family. His name is DJ Tony Sanchez, and he has been on the air for quite some time. And this gentleman will be joining us with his show on Saturdays and Sunday evenings, 6 to 9 p.m., both nights. And it is called Eye of the Storm.
Okay.
All right, y'all. We're moving and grooving. We're super excited. But with that, Cullen, I'm going to hand it back over to you, and let's shut it down.
Yeah, I appreciate everyone coming tonight. We'll see you next week, and just keep us locked and continue to support us. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, you guys, it's been real. This is Cullen's Corner Hot Topics signing off until next week.